Hey, what's going on, guys, and welcome back to another episode in my Football Manager series. This is episode number 2, and today we have games against Southampton and Arsenal in the Premier League. Before we play those games, though, I'm going to show you how Hull have been getting on off camera, and also some transfer business as well. Let's get to that first. I know, different year, same introduction for every single episode. But yeah, of course, in the last episode, you saw our series opener, which was the victory away at Goodison Park against Everton, which shocked me as well as you guys, I'm sure. But following that, we did decide to make a couple of transfer decisions, and the first was signing Emir Spahic on a free transfer. The ex-Hamburg defender arrives on a free, and he's only going to be here for the year. He's on relatively cheap salary as well. He's just here for cover, to be honest. And with Hull, we've got enough bodies now, not too many great players, but this guy I think is just going to help us shore up the back line a little bit and add a little bit more depth as well. And that's really important too, because when we first came into the season, we only had like 2 fit centre backs. So that's really important for me. But that was the only signing we made in the summer transfer window. Left every other penny still remaining in our budget. We did sell one player though. Diamande has not stayed at Hull very long. He's off to Hoffenheim now in Germany for £1 million. Probably could have got a little bit more for this guy, but to be honest, he had 2 years left on his deal. I looked at him, I thought he's not that great, and there's so many strikers here at Hull. This guy was never going to get a look in, so I thought, sell him for £1 million, I'll take it, and that's that. Now, off camera, we've played 3 games, and directly after our win over Everton, where I was thinking, oh my goodness gracious me, this could be a good season for us. We lost our first home game of the series to Bournemouth, but Ronaldinho did score on his home debut, a free kick in the 89th minute to bring one back, but sadly Callum Wilson was too clutch against me in this game, as his brace helped Bournemouth get the win. We then beat Coventry on penalties in the second round of the EFL Cup. Now, we were leading 3-0 at half-time in this game away at the Rico. I brought on Spahic at half-time, and Coventry scored 3 goals in the second half, including an own goal and 2 goals in 2 minutes, so that was quite embarrassing. But fortunately, we avoided total humiliation thanks to some penalty shootout heroics from David Marshall. So we're into the third round, and we meet our expectation in the Cup, in the EFL Cup, and the last game we played was just before the end of the transfer window. We took on Sunderland away at the Stadium of Light against David Moyes. Me and David Moyes going toe-to-toe for the first time in the series, and we drew 2-2. We pegged Sunderland back twice. That was a good show of resilience, and claimed a crucial point. So right now into the season, 3 games in the league, we sit in 12th place. 1 win, 1 draw, 1 defeat, 4 goals scored, 4 goals conceded. Couldn't really ask for much more alliteration than that. So yeah, it's not been a bad start, better than I expected at least. And today, Southampton away, Arsenal home, going to be tough, but hopefully we'll come through and get 2 big results. Also, just before we dive into the first game of today's episode, I do want to give you a quick run through of the team. Now, some of you guys said in the last episode that the episode was quite short and I didn't really show that much. I did put in the description I was going to go into a bit more detail in episode 2. The reason why I didn't show you the players and the squad much in the first episode is simply because we weren't done with the transfer window, and I thought if loads of things were going to happen, in the end they didn't, but if loads of things were to happen between episode 1 and episode 2, I'd have to do it all over again in this episode. So I thought I'll just leave it until episode 2 and give you a more detailed run through of the team and their attributes and whatnot, and just how the squad is looking really. As I said in episode 1, you know, this team really isn't that great. There's not that much Premier League quality here, hence why they got relegated in real life. It's going to be tough to keep Hull in the Premier League. The start has not been too bad, 4 points from 3 games. However, it is going to be a long season, I feel, and I feel we are going to lose a lot more games than win this season, that's for sure. So yeah, it's not been, you know, a terrible start, but I am still thinking of the long season ahead, and knowing for sure that it is going to be quite a difficult year for us at the KCOM Stadium. But this is the rundown of the team anyway. You can see the players in the side, and also the squad depth and the team report as well. Now I have changed to a 4-4-2 for the formation as well. We started off with a 4-1-4-1, and I said that's probably the formation we'll play for most of the season. That may still well be the case. However, I've switched to a 4-4-2 just because we lost to Bournemouth at home playing a 4-1-4-1, and I thought switch to a 4-4-2. Since then, we've had 2 games and not lost either of them, so for the time being, we'll stick with it. These are the instructions, and we stay on standard to begin with, as we're not quite ready yet to start attacking from the off. So this is the team then for the first game of today's episode. We are away at St Mary's against Southampton, and this is the lineup. Rajkovic keeps his place in goal. Robertson left back, El Mohammadi right back, and the CB duo is Harry Maguire and captain Curtis Davies. This is going to change. This back line is going to change all season long, I'm sure. In midfield, Klukas is on the left, Hull's player of the year last year in real life. Markovic on the right, and in the middle, Ndiaye and Ryan Mason, who scored the game winner against Everton. Up top together, Abel Hernandez, who scored in the last game, and Mbakani as well. And on the bench, David Marshall, Ranocchia, Tom Huddleston, Henriksen, Grasicki, Ronaldinho, and Will Keane as well. So first game today, we take on Southampton. Can we get the win away from home? Let's find out. Come on, Hull City. And I've already switched off two of my players from the pre-match team talk, which is always a good start. Also as well, big thank you for everyone that did leave signing suggestions in the last episode as well. The reason why I didn't decide to spend any more money other than the salary of Spahic is just because we don't have that much anyway with Hull, and I couldn't really think of anyone that's really going to improve the team right away. I thought it's best to hold on to our money for the time being and play it by ear as January comes by. Hernandez is through straight away and scores as well. Get in, the Uruguayan Abel Hernandez makes it 2-2. Brilliant ball by the captain Curtis Davies. I don't have him as a ball playing defender, but maybe I should. Fantastic ball over the top, and Hernandez makes it 1-0. Well, brilliant little ball by Davies. Hernandez charges through, and the Uruguayan is absolutely rapid, never going to get caught up, and Fraser Forster is beating at his near post. Not the best piece of goalkeeping, as the 3D lets us see exactly what happened there, but it is 1-0 to Hull. We take the lead, and I should do all of my games live and not do any off camera, it seems, as Virgil van Dijk hits the woodwork, and Southampton try and peg us back instantly. Still 1-0, and let's see if we can pick up a big win here away at St Mary's. This will be a fantastic start on the road. 2 wins from 3 and no losses in the first 3. If we can hold on to these 3 points, I know there's a long way to go. 18 minutes of the game still left, but either way, what a result this will be. Free kick here for Hull as well. Markovic takes it. Maguire flicks it down. Mbakani receives the ball. Finds Andrew Robertson, our left back now, and the Scot has his pass deflected. Oh my goodness gracious me. Look at this. Southampton have got so many bodies. Davies crosses across towards Charlie Austin. He's running through and hits the post, and Robertson gets back to clear it as well. My goodness, no orange shirts came back on defence there. Unfortunately, the woodwork prevents us from seeing Southampton find the equaliser. We're approaching half-time, still leading by 1, but Southampton now coming forward again. Charlie Austin inside, and it's a big save there by our new number 95, Rajkovic, between the sticks, making a big stop there. Still 1-0 to the Tigers, but the Saints now getting back into this game. Tadic heading that corner just wide, and we're hanging on in there. Chance here for Southampton, just 2 minutes after the restart. Dusan Tadic on the ball, finds Charlie Austin, the danger man. Back towards Tadic, through towards Austin. Skips around one and puts the ball into the side netting. Another miss from Southampton. They've dominated in this game. We still find ourselves leading by 1. I feel like we'll have to make changes at some point because it's only a matter of time, or so you think, before Southampton find an equalising goal, possibly right now from this corner, as Cedric Suarez has his shot cleared off the line by El Mohammadi. Still 1-0. How on earth are we holding on right now? I want to make changes, but we just keep on seeing highlights. Another one here for the Saints, but we do win it back. And Robertson chips it through towards Abel Hernandez, and maybe a chance for us here to get a second goal. But instead, right on cue, commentators curse, we get the ball away, and now Tadic is sent down the left for the Saints. Are they going to equalise this time? Yes, they do. Manolo Gabbiadini, the former Napoli striker, makes it 1-1. It was coming. It's been coming since we got in front, really. And Southampton peg us back and find the equaliser. Tadic sent down the left, lovely little ball into the middle there by the Serbian. Gabbiadini gets ahead of Harry Maguire and knocks the ball into the bottom corner. 1-1. Now we've got to try and hold on for the point. We're not going to score another goal. We just need that 1 point. Chance here for the Saints to turn this game on its head and find a winning goal with 11 minutes to go. Tadic on the ball through towards Gabbiadini. He's looked so lively since coming off the bench for Charlie Austin. And it's a tactical masterstroke from Claude Puel as he sends on Gabbiadini to equalise and now win the game as well. Southampton 2, Hull City 1. This would have been a massive, massive victory for the Tigers. However, as I said just a few moments ago, we are going to be really, really struggling this season in a lot of our games. This would have been a big 3 points. Instead, we're going to taste defeat. 2-1 to the Saints. Very disappointing to throw this game away from a winning position, but that will surely do it now. No need to make changes because that should be that, unless one more chance. Come on, Hull. No, that's it. Nothing happened. So final score, Southampton 2, Hull City 1. We taste defeat for the first time on the road, and it's kind of frustrating because My assistant says don't be harsh on the players after that. The result wasn't ideal. They played well. They didn't play well. We went in front, but really, we didn't play very well at all. So I think I might calmly say that I wasn't happy with the performance, and I've switched most of them off and stressed one as well. So that's not great. I probably should have gone with what my right-hand man said. But still, we lost the game 2-1. We deserved to lose. Saints go top. We dropped to 14th. And Arsenal at home next. Doesn't get much easier. Oh, and also, one thing to report, just for the Arsenal game. A consortium is planning a Tigers takeover, 2 months after I signed a deal here to become Hull City's manager? I mean, that's pretty typical, isn't it, really? Like, if I'm going to lose my job, it's probably going to be due to poor performances, but instead it might be due to a takeover. Not really getting a rub of the green to start this series off. Alright then, so we're moving into the second game of today's episode. We take on Arsenal here at the KCOM Stadium. They can go into second place with a win, and for us, we can go as high as 7th place if we win this game, although that is quite unlikely. But this is the team for the game, sticking with a 4-4-2, but there is one change in personnel. Rajkovic starts in goal, back for a Robertson, Maguire, Davis, and El Mohammadi. Grosicki comes in for Sam Klukas on the left, Markovic on the right, and in the middle, Ndai and Mason. Up top together, Hernandez and Mbakani once more. On the bench, Marshall, Ranocchia, Huddleston, Henriksen, Klukas and Ronaldinho, and Wilkeen as well, don't forget about him. And I've also changed the tactics up a little bit. Now, we are staying on 4-4-2 for the formation. However, we're starting off with a counter-attacking mentality. We're much lowering the tempo. We're actually going to go to a structured shape for a team shape, and we're going to play slightly deeper in our defensive lines, close down a lot less, stay on our feet, be more disciplined, more direct passing, stick to positions, and also get the ball down the wide areas as much as possible. I guess my thinking for this is that we want to try and soak up the Arsenal pressure and then try and hit them on the break if we can, because they are going to dominate possession. We know that. I think this is our best chance of getting anything from the game, really. Let's find out how badly we do. But still, Hull versus Arsenal for the second game today. Not really fancying my chance of opening the best. Sanchez is out, which is really, really crucial. And you never know, we could get a shock win here. Come on, Hull City. Let's see if we can get something at least. I think it is possible. Like, I really think this is possible. It's unlikely. But, we beat Everton on the season opener. I didn't see that happening. They have started off quite poorly this season. But this is definitely possible. I think with Sanchez out, he's their main guy. There's no reason why we couldn't get something from this game. Cazorla to Ozil. Ozil finds Fekir. Fekir turns, shoots, blocked, and Mason will get it clear. Thank goodness. Great chance there for Arsenal to make me eat my words early, but instead, Hernandez is through here on the break like we planned. Oh, get in! Abel Hernandez sent through and scores his third goal in 3 games. I'll tell you what, if we are to stay up this season, a lot of it is going to depend on the fitness of Abel Hernandez. Big goal, and it's 3-3 for the Uruguayan. Hitting them on the counter. That's what I said we wanted to do in this game. That's exactly what we did. Hernandez played through, slots the ball in at the near post. Czech should have done better, but we don't care. 1-0 to the Tigers. Now let's not throw it away like we did against Southampton. Come on, Hull. Free kick for Arsenal, though, and Davies heads it clear, but Bellerin will get to the loose ball, and Hector Bellerin finds Santi Cazorla through towards Fekir. Fekir on the turn, and it's blocked, and again, we could be on the break. Come on, Hull. This is what I want to see, and Mbakani could be through for Hull. He keeps on running and shoots, but straight at Petr Cech. That's twice now we've hit them on the break. These tactical changes may end up working quite well. And just as I say that, a chance here for Arsenal as Granit Xhaka finds Santi Cazorla on the edge of the area. He picks out Oxlade-Chamberlain, and the Ox turns his man and shoots and scores. Brilliant goal from Oxlade-Chamberlain. Arsenal peg us back so early after we scored and made it 1-0. And now I'm worried that they've got that goal. They can do what Southampton did and turn the game on its head. Chamberlain receives the ball, turns Harry Maguire, shoots from just inside the area. Rajkovic beat and didn't bother diving. Well, now he sort of jumped a little bit in the air, a bit of a star jump, and then puts his hand up afterwards to acknowledge he didn't really make much of an effort there. 1-1, and now Arsenal have got another highlight, and this is not looking good. Cazorla to Perez through towards the Ox again. Now Hector Bellerin floats one to the back stick. El Mohammadi clears, not fully. Lucas down to Chamberlain for his second goal in 6 minutes. Hull City 1, Arsenal 2. Our lead did not last long, and now we're behind. Well, I mean, the tactical changes were working for a minute, and now they've... well, they might need to be changed. Let's just say that if we're to get anything from this game now. Hull 1, Arsenal 2, and we fall behind. I mean, we actually started off quite well, but since then, it's all fallen to pieces, and there's another highlight here for Arsenal, and it's 3-1. Lucas Perez heads in the Mesut Ozil corner. This is getting a bit worrying. Good little corner there from the German, in towards the near post. Perez was pretty much unmarked, really, and heads it past Rajkovic to make it 3-1 to the Gunners. And it seems like a distant memory when we were leading by 1. Now we find ourselves 2 goals down as we're approaching the break, and everything's falling apart. So second half begins, we trail by 2, and I really can't see us getting back in this game. We had that lead, I wanted us to hold on, we couldn't. And it's not looking good now, and as things stand right now, we're dropping down to 16th place. But here is Hernandez once again breaking clear and shooting and scoring. Abel Hernandez back at it again. It's 4 goals in 3 games for our number 9. This guy is something special, it seems. And if we are to stay up, my goodness, this guy is going to be getting the pressure, because we need to make sure he scores goals. And he scored again, 3-2. Back in the game, possibly. We could still get something from this. Come on. 3-2. Everton are now gone in front, so as things stand, we're dropping down to 17th place. But there's still time. We can still find that third goal. But here come Arsenal with a throw, which, oh, it's a penalty. Where did that come from? Penalty given. And Dye could be sent off here for a second yellow card, it seems, as well. And this afternoon could go from bad to worse. Yeah, and Dye's off, penalty to Arsenal, and our comeback in the end is nothing more than a pipe dream. So Santi Cazorla can make it 4-2, and he does. The Spaniard puts it in. Don't know why Ox didn't take that, as he was on a hat-trick, but it is 4-2. Arsenal get their 2-goal cushion back. Game's done, and we're dropping down to 17th place. This okay start, as I called it at the start of the episode, is now looking a lot worse after these consecutive defeats. We, well, as I predicted, are going to be in a lot of trouble this season. You know, the question in Season 1, the big question is going to be, can we stay up? But really, I think it should be more, how long can I keep my job here at the KCOM Stadium? Because back-to-back defeat is going to see us drop to 17th place, just 4 points from our first 5 games. We're leaking quite a lot of goals as well. Admittedly, we scored a few, which is good. But defensively speaking, we're definitely struggling at the moment. So I'm going to calmly say I'm far from pleased with what I saw from the team. I've switched a few players off once again. Right now, my players don't seem to have much trust or faith in me. When you see those stats, it's hardly a surprise, right? And we are indeed down to 17th place with the second joint highest amount of goals conceded this season. Had to worry. A bit like my St. Pauli career mode, this. Can't defend for toffee. And yeah, today's episode was not the best when it comes down to performances. 2 defeats in 2 games, 6 goals shipped, and down to 17th place, only ahead of Swansea in on goal difference. So that will end today's episode of my Football Manager series, guys. So a big thank you for watching. Hopefully you did enjoy it, and if you did, then please do consider leaving a like. We will be back for episode 3 in the Football Manager series very soon, but I'll play a few games off camera before episode 3. And I think we'll come back for... Let's play a lot of games off camera, as you want to speed through Season 1. And let's come back for a Tottenham-Swansea double, which could be, both of those games at the KCOM, 2 massive games, especially if the league table is anything to go by, with that game against Swansea being the second of the 2. So we'll play all these games off camera, play loads of these games off camera, and come back for battles against Pochettino and also Swansea as well. So thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you have, then please do leave a like, and I'll see you for the next episode of Football Manager very soon. Bye.